What do rich people have now that everyone will have in 5-10 years? I drive a 2021 Nissan Sentra. Wife and I were just talking today about how this entry-level car has standard features that were only in high-end and luxury cars just 10 years ago. I'd never imagined that hands-free phone, navigation, lane departure etc. would be found in a cheap car. But here we are. This car has all the features I would ever need. Prescription drugs whose patent has run out and can be produced with a generic name for far less. Any new 2023 car they are buying now. I will buy it as used 2023 car in 5 years. Apparently paying monthly fees for heated seats if other manufacturers follow in the footsteps of BMW. Peptides, stem cells and gene therapies. Addictions to substances we haven't heard of yet. Every 10 years for the past 5 decades at least the rich people TVs have become the normal TVs and a new better type of TV has been invented for the rich. If the pattern holds, in 10 years everyone will have 70-inch 4K TVs that cover a whole wall. There was a time when chocolate and pineapple had this kind of status. A lot more money that's worth a lot less. For cars, look at what new features the Mercedes-Benz S550 is offering. The new features on the 550 usually end up on less expensive cars 10 to 15 years later. Think adaptive cruise control and the like. Edit Mercedes had adaptive cruise control in 1999. Definitely not submersible submarines. Luxury car features filter down to us commoners much later. I was surprised that my son's early 2000s Lexus SUV Mills old car had things like heated seats, memory for drivers and adaptive cruise control. I finally got my first new car in 2018 with these features and it felt like I was driving a spaceship compared to my old minivan from the 2000s. Ozempic. Hopefully a house loudly crying. Salaries in the 6 figures or higher, because of inflation. Electric cars. That satellite emergency phone thing that first Apple and now Motorola has brought out. It's expensive now. Buy in 10 years I think it will be like a cheap add-ons accessory for the phones. Waterfront property. Hand-carved poop knives. Solar panels. Not money that's for sure. OLED TVs although they might be micro LEDs by then. I want to hope it's access to premium healthcare, better education, excellent nutrition, unique social experiences, and the like. But what the truly wealthy have that is hard to make available for everyone else is freedom. Freedom to spend their time however they see fit without their income or lifestyle being meaningfully impacted. I'm not sure how the world would function if the middle and lower classes ever had that kind of freedom. I'm going to guess VR. It will at least be price cut as time goes on. And I hope we get full VR like in fiction. Hard to forecast. In earlier times, only the rich had air conditioning. But now pretty most people seem to have it. Then came cell phones. We've all got those, too. Cars that performed well and lasted over 100k miles. Everybody gets those. Cable TV. In the early days. Nowadays you can stream free for the price of a Roku or Fire Stick. There'll be something, I'm sure. But really, things just seem to get better with time. How do you define rich? I'm a type 1 diabetic and there is a trend of rich people with too much money and time on their Hands trying to get continuous glucose monitors CGMs without insurance and a prescription. They think closely regulating monitoring their blood sugar will help them manage their weight and health. Turns out if you have a functioning pancreas, your body will do that on its own. Who knew? So, right now rich people and diabetics are using CGMs. But I wouldn't be surprised if someone creates a less accurate one that is widely available to a consumer class in the next few years. I'm out in the woods right now camping cell service. Me and my family are in tents. I am surrounded by RVs bigger than most apartments. I can walk around and see at least 4 TVs on the outside of the RVs. So I guess poor people will be living outside but doing okay. Cosmetic surgeries. I see more and more people from the upper middle class getting Botox injections and fillers alongside breast augmentations, BBLs, rhinoplasty, and lipo. It seems like the surgeries are becoming more accessible to non-celebrities or regular people. The gout? I dunno, I think it used to be a status symbol in medieval times. Solar panels, although a wealthy person thing, not a billionaire rich thing. Personal AI. Bidets. Edit: I'm American. Bidets are not widely used and only a rich person thing. Sure, you can get one from Amazon, but they're usually shit. I used one once and I had never felt so clean in my damn life before. I didn't know they were so common in other countries. Edit 2: I am bewildered that this, of all things I've ever posted on this site, even including purposefully inflammatory statements, is my most controversial comment ever. WTH. Solar panels and batteries that store the energy to power your house. Middle-class people are getting them a bunch now. Only a matter of time before it's cheap enough for most of the developing world to start using them. Smart home setups. Truffle toilet paper. Flip phones. Their heads. Names on Epstein client list. E-bikes. Their heads. Submarines that can go to the Titanic. We will both be 5 to 10 years older in age. Hopefully easy 3D printing access. No one except them will have anything soon. Prices tripled in like 3 years. $1 million. Apathy towards humankind. The inability to empathize with others. Soon, people won't even need money to not give a fuck about what's going on around them. 2023 model cars.